Hi, and welcome to Design It with Tammy Gibbs. I'm Tammy, and today I'm going to be working inside Artistly 5 with another unique tutorial. I'm going to be sharing with you some hacks on some of the, one of the features that you probably would not think about using for the purpose that I'm going to use it for. You know, I do clip art, I do invitations. I'm always looking at a different angle in a way that I can take Artistly and push it to its limits using all of the features. So I hope you'll enjoy the video. Let's jump right in. We're going to jump into the Fast AI Designer, and then I'm going to go over to my personal designs. Okay, I'm just going to kind of scroll down a little bit. I've been playing with a lot of things, and then we're going to talk about some unique things that you can do with the new version 5 of Artistly. So we're going to be taking a look, and you're going to be really super surprised about where we ended up in Artistly. So we're going to take my prompt here, and we are going to go into the t-shirt designs. Yep, t-shirt designs. So did you know that you could use this designer? And we're just going to erase the pre-done thing here. And then I'm going to do 4, change the aspect ratio, and we're going to also go over and grab some more. And these prompts were originally done with the AI Artist Playbook. I'm going to go down to grab some others while we're just waiting on that too. We'll just do this one here. This is just a real simple one. And here are our little girls that we did. Isn't that cute? And that's from the t-shirt designer. Now, let's just play around. We're going to go back in here. Well, actually, when you go back, it doesn't allow you have to. I'm going to go ahead just because I have the pumpkin one and go ahead and paste it in here, and let's do it. But aren't they cute? This will make a really cute little Western themed clip art pack. And I can see these will actually using them in some invitations, or maybe even, I mean, you can definitely do the sublimation prints or whatever with those kind of designs, but I'm just trying to show you that you can use the actual designer for doing more than just t-shirts. Okay, so let's just play around and see if maybe we get a different look from, this is the pumpkin. We'll just do them in that. Let's get back up here. Okay, so there's our pumpkins. Don't they look really pretty? And this was done with the t-shirt designs. I love it. And who would have ever thought that you could take and, gets such really pretty images with the t-shirt designer. So we've got more pumpkins, I think, up here. I just changed it to a different one of the, yeah, very pretty. I'm not really sure. Now, this one, I used a different setting. I'm not really sure. I can't tell a lot of difference between this one and this one. So we'll go back in and let's just play around. So I used this one and I used that one. So let's just kind of take a look through here and see if there's maybe any of these settings that are going to be create a different look, because I don't really know that there is. I'm kind of thinking that this is just going to be, you could pick out whichever one and you would get that designer's going to treat it pretty much the same way. I kind of think that the point of the t-shirt one is it has this, already has some basics, prompts that are in there that you can go in and just change the wording to kind of get a similar look. And so I'm not sure that as far as using your unique prompts that are not designed necessarily for the t-shirts, if that is going to give you enough of a difference. Like I said, this version and that version are very similar. They're just different aspect ratios, but the style is very similar. So I'm not sure changing from one of those settings is going to make a difference. Now, this one, maybe there is a difference, because these do look a little different. These look a little plainer, I think, than but the colors and everything are the same, pretty much the same. But those are really cool. So let's try something else. Let's try something else for my folder. Let's go down to, I played with some florals this afternoon, but let's play with, oh, those are gold seals. We want this one. Okay. So let's just play with, let's play with some of these. Let me grab my prompt and see what it does. Some junk journal things. Let's see what we get. Okay. I'll go back up here. Tell you what, I'm going to open another instance just so I can kind of make it quicker. Okay, so let's see. Let's just try this one. Like I said, I'm not sure that it's going to do it any really differently. So we're just going to do this one, and we'll just do a single one in that style. And then we'll go back in and do one in this style. And we'll just see if we get, when we can have them kind of side by side. Maybe do one more. Let's see. We'll do this one. Okay. We should start beginning to see them populate. It was working pretty fast this afternoon, but okay. So that's what those are going to look like. Well, I think that they probably, I think this one treated it better because it actually put it on the tags. Now, I wonder if I regenerate, if it would keep them in the tags, because I can work with the actual prompt. See, these are outside and these are on the tag, if you understand what I'm saying. These are like more 3D and popped outside. Now, I do like the little scrolling that it did, that treatment. But let's see if this particular one that I did, which was the first one, if that one, if it reproduces it and they're all inside the tags, then that would actually be something I would work with and try to see what I can do to get a better floral or a better design. Okay, so we've got 6. It got the 6, so that's good. And we have the little scallops at the top, so that's actually their mini tags. And then, so we could work with the peonies. I would rather see what it does. Okay. All right, so it did a fair job with it. I'd still want to work with these two right here. So about half the time it's reading it correctly to get them on. I have a lot of trouble with tags, sometimes wanting to be 3D-ish, which I don't like. I want them to be flat. So let's see, like this one to me is really pretty. I like the design of it. It's, got them in good places and all that kind of thing. So we can regenerate this. So let's just take it, break it down. Instead of 6 romantic junk journal scalloped mini tags featuring a vivid peony pattern. Let's see. Let's say a vintage floral. Wait, let's see. Mini tags featuring a vintage floral embellishment. In the left or on the left side. I'm going to leave all the other stuff. Floral with peonies and tiny roses. And ivy. We'll just do that. And let's just see what it comes up with. Now, while that's doing, let's go in and go back to this and let's pick out something else. Now, I still like these probably better. They were done with the artistic designer. However, we can still work with this to see what we can come up with. I really like the little kit, let's see how it treats this. Okay. Okay, so it did get it in the corner, but it still put it on the outside. So I would have to work some more with that. What I'm thinking though is I really like the tag itself, maybe not with the embellishment. So I wonder if we can recreate it and then just remove the embellishment and see if it would just give us the tag with the little, because if we could get this tag, we could always add something and use that as a layering type of a thing and just not have the florals, because lots of people would really like those, just to be able to do those tags. Oh yes. So see, we could, this is what we could do. We could do it like this. And I would even say, let's do 4 sets of those. And then let's go in and do, okay, this is the other one, and we need it to be, okay. Yes, now these are gorgeous. These would be really cool to do. And let's see if we could also generate them instead of doing the set of 6, just do, and then let's see if we can do the shape like this. If we could do the individual ones, then, okay. Okay, so it did not, it did us the more of a book look. I need to go back and look at that prompt and see how I can amend it for this. The image is actually kind of pretty. But, and I love these tags. The tags are really pretty. But if you could prompt them individually, you wouldn't, yes. Now see, those are really pretty. You could prompt them to do 4 at a time. And then you would just remove the stuff, and then you could do them. If you do them like this, you could do them as fussy cuts, but if you do them like this, you could also add them as clip art and then add things to them. You could take them into Photoshop or whatever, and you could add the element, you know, so that you can see. Now these are pretty. And this is under t-shirts. Under t-shirts. Look how beautiful those are. Now I know I'm going to have to do a beautiful set of all of these beautiful frames. And again, this is, these prompts came from the Junk Journal. I built my prompt using the Junk Journal edition of the Playbook. But those are just so pretty. I just had to do another set of them, apparently, because I did it automatically. But I love the shapes. These are so pretty. So let's see what else we can do with the t-shirt. Those are just so pretty. I wouldn't use this one, but these right here are gorgeous. And just in a few minutes, we've got this lovely set of vintage looking tags. And see, we could do the same thing. We could go in and we could just call them a tag. Let's see, instead of a mini tag, we can call them a label. Do 4 of them. And then let's look at what else we can do. Floral. Okay. I really like those a lot. Okay, so let me just find something I want to play with and see what we can come up with. let's do the pocket and see what it does. Let's see. Copy. Okay, lovely. These are tags that all of those could be used. And these are without the little holes. So just absolutely beautiful. And see what I'm even thinking is, wouldn't this be a gorgeous bridal invitation? You could put it, inset it, put the stuff in the middle. Oh my gosh, I'm about to make some wedding invitations. Those are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So watch for those to be showing up in my store. Okay, so let's go put this here. And we're going to do a test one. Let's see. I love those. Those are so pretty. It pulls off that vintage look so well. Okay. Okay. While that's working on that, there's no sense in doing that. I'll just move on and find something else to do. I'm anxious to see what the pocket thing does. It's very moody. Let's try this one. I'm in the wrong thing. Let's see. It's artistic designer. Do this. Oh, that did actually kind of did a cool pocket. Now let me see if I can refine it. Okay, let me see. Grunge style layered pocket with darkened folds, vintage tickets sticking out. Flat lay. Let's do flat lay. I'm gonna remove this part of it and see what it does. See if we can just get kind of the pocket. Okay, so that did not have enough for what we were doing. Let's see. So watercolor, featuring all right. Pocket should be ready soon. Okay, so we did get a pocket. That's actually kind of cool. Let me go back in and we're going to add some elements to kind of Make sure it knows we want a watercolor. I'm gonna redo it. I had watercolor in the other elements that I took out of it, so we'll just see what it has to do. And I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna remove this design. Yes, that's a little bit better. Okay, so this is actually a very vintage looking look. We could go in, and if we go to, let's just see, Cloud Core Vintage Soft. Okay, I'm going to try something really weird because this has nothing to do with florals, but I'm just going to try it anyway just to see what we come up with. Let's go back here. I'm going to put regenerate, and I'm going to add this here and do one image. Oh, now that's cute. Now that is very cute. We'll do that again. That's actually cute. And can you believe that we're doing this inside of the t-shirt designer? So now for all our other art, we have one more designer to test our prompts with. Okay. So that's really pretty. I added the fairy tale and the wispy fairy tale look. And we did get kind of a neat look. I'm going to go in. I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go to 6. No, I need to go to page 7, which is the second page of the table of contents. I'm going to go down here to the floral and botanical clip art section. And I'm going to look for something that looks interesting for me to add. So, okay, I think I want to add the trailing vines and wispy petals. Okay, so add that too. Do another one. How cute is that? It's very cute. Now, we can take the same prompt and we can go into the playbook. And now we're going to be working to try and get let's go back to 6. So let's go to prompting word banks here. And let's color tones and textures. Let's see. I know what I want to do. Go back. We're going to go to the watercolor and artistic. Okay, so we're going to play now with getting the right look for the little pockets. And let's go back. Okay, so let's try this. And okay, so this is beginning to look a lot more like what we want. So now I want to add to the subject. I want to add some of the things. So we've got a floral cluster with cabbage roses and soft pink and vines and greenery. Okay. So we want to add eucalyptus, olive branches, and ivy vines, because we want a little bit more to it. But we're definitely moving in the right direction. Okay, that's an interesting pattern. Very interesting. Okay, so let's do this. We added those different things. Let's move this to the back and see what it does to it. And I mean, that actually I can do something with it. It's very unusual. Okay, so here is our new ticket pocket, or yeah, ticket pocket. Okay, so that's what that is. We're going to try and test a different we're going to try this one to see if it gives us a different thing. So instead of this, we're going to go with this one. See what we come up with. This is actually pretty cool. I think I want to see what it would do with multiples, just to see what kind of a layout it'll give us. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to back up and, oh, I just love those tags. Okay, so I'm going to back up, and I love the pumpkins. They're so cool. And I really like the little girls. And I'm going to show you some of the other things I did. I actually did these with it as well and played around until I got. Okay. So we're getting a lot of different looks there. With our pocket. Those are interesting. So it actually, after that first one, these are actually really cool. This one is, I don't know if you've had the same experience, but every once in a while you get a, oh, I know what this was. The artistic designer. So that wasn't done with the t-shirt one. That was just done with the artistic designer. I'm not sure how I managed to do that, but I did. And this is with the t-shirt designs, but isn't that pretty? The colors are great, and this is all using my floral, my palettes, color palettes, and so you can do pretty much anything. This right here, I mean, you definitely, I'm thinking that we need to do something. Let's see, the grunge style. I think it's probably because of the grunge style. Let's just do the layered pocket and do a vintage layered pocket rather than the grunge on it, because we're getting an overkill of the grunge, probably because of it being the t-shirt designer. It's probably really cueing in on that grunge, which could be a good thing if you're wanting to do real grungy stuff. But oh, I wanted to go back and look at, not that one, at this one. I wanted to go back and see what I could tweak on this so that it, okay, so we need luxurious metal. Okay, so this actually did exactly what it was asked to do, because it says a junk journal cover with wildflower embroidery, faded script overlay tied with cotton ribbon. So let's remove the tied with cotton ribbon and do a junk journal page with wildflowers. We can leave the embroidery and see what it does. So no wonder it was doing that. Okay, we took grunge out and it did make it a little less grungy. Let's look again. Okay, so monochromate. Okay, so we want ink washes. A layered vintage pocket with ticket written on a vintage ticket coming out of the pocket. The ink wash style, watercolor, flat lay with folds. We can take this typewriter font, inked paper crease, subtle shadows. Okay, we'll just see what this is. Maybe a mess. Oh, this is lovely. So that is actually very pretty. Let's regenerate that one in this bookmark kind of aspect ratio, because those colors are gorgeous. So I'm actually seeing a lot of potential for using this one to do junk journal stuff. I'm really seeing a lot of really good potential here. Okay. So, I mean, these are cute. They're just not what I was looking for. So I'm going to have to keep playing with this. In fact, I think I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do a little rewrite here. Instead of a journal page, I'm going to do a journal pocket and see what it says. I mean, what it does. Oh, isn't that lovely? That's so pretty. That would be a beautiful basis for a beautiful um, junk journal right there. I love it. So let's regenerate and see if we can get just what it looks like in this aspect ratio, what it looks like in maybe a lengthwise card. Let's just get a couple of different things so we can see what we can do with it. I hope you're as excited about this discovery as I am, because I can't wait to use it to create some really cool things for my shop. Okay, so we ended up with this and we asked for a junk journal pocket. So it didn't give us a pocket, it gave us something else. It was confused because of the junk journal. So a linen printable pocket with the vintage charm, popping out of the pocket is a vintage ticket stub. We'll see what that does. Okay, so, and this journal page, okay, generate that one, and this is very pretty, so you could use this. I'm thinking maybe we need to go in and ask for a tag. Some tags that match, maybe. Let's see. Let's see if we can turn this into a tag. And let's do this one. Now that's cute. That is an adorable tag. Just take and remove the background. We could work with the washes or whatever, but that's cute. And that would actually even be cute with, that's more what I was trying to design. And that could go with, kind of with that whole thing. What is it? Oh, junk journal page. Okay. Journal, let's see, flat lay. Linen junk journal page. Let's see what it would do to give us, if we ask for 4 of those, what are we going to get? Now this is lovely. It gave us a really pretty tag to go with it, but we could also say, without a cord, and just see what it does. But we could always go in if we wanted to remove the cord. Okay. I love when it's generating and the anticipation of seeing exactly how the words in my prompts are going to be delivered into art. I get really excited about that. Those are so cute. These are so cute. Now, these are really cute elements. So what else to do with, I know that everybody doesn't do junk journaling, so let's see if we can find some different applications. Okay, that's pretty. I don't like that it has these elements, but that one is just so very pretty. I would probably still throw it in a pack because it's just so pretty. Do I have flat lay on this? Let's see. Flat lay linen journal label. This is so pretty here. And we didn't ask, I mean, we didn't really give it anything to go on, so we could always work with the gibberish here or whatever. Let's see if this one we can get 4 more of those. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's pretty. That's gorgeous. And I love the golden details. Those are so pretty. Let's see what we get. I did not intend to get into the whole junk journaling thing. So that's just kind of a happy accident for those of you that don't do the junk journal things. These are still really pretty. So it's probably going to make you want to do junk journals, but I mean, we're still covering a bunch of things and we're going to cover some more elements as well. So here are some more like pages, and those are just really pretty. Lots that they could be used for because you could isolate just the florals, so many things that you could do. Okay, so those are stunning, and I'm very excited. So the playbook is a win. The playbook and Artistly t-shirt are a win together. So now let's go over and let's find something else that we can do. So let's do a little bit of clip art. So let's go to these bath bunnies and let's try them. Let me grab my and start building a prompt. We'll go back into our t-shirts designer, and we're going to go into this one because that has been kind of working. Okay, so we're going to do it first to see what it comes up with, how it looks. That'll take a few seconds. I'm going to try something else because one thing I've had trouble doing is like envelopes, like the envelopes. I'm not sure how that'll turn out, but anyway, I think I would have to go into the journal edition and pull out one of my templates for the envelopes to see. I'll tell you what, while that's doing that, let me go into the floral. Let me go and see if I can find one of those prompts to see how it would be rendered. Okay, so those are just some, those are pockets. I do a lot of testing, so, and these are from various different versions along the way. Okay, so most of those are florals, so I couldn't find, oh, this one doesn't have a prompt because this one was a workflow. Okay, that one was too. Okay, well, that's pretty. Oh, well, that's interesting. I think that's very pretty. Okay, I took a little break and then now I'm back. And I went ahead into the Junk Journal Playbook, and we are going to, this was really pretty. So we are going to just play with This is going to be very, let me see if I can undo it. Okay. Okay. I'm going to add this to the front of this. Dimensional fold line and glue tabs. It's coin printable envelope with each page. I'm going to take those out. Good. Here. Okay, we're going to try that and see what it gives us. This actually is very pretty. I would love to be able to get something that would be where it could actually be used as a template. Okay, so here's our bunny that we got. This is from the t-shirt designs. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start building from our playbook. So we're going to go back to page 6. And we're going to go into the whimsical and fun clip art. And we're going to go into the children's book illustration. And back in here, we're going to put that in the front. Okay. We also don't have any reference to watercolor or anything like that. So we're going to go back. We're going to go to the table of contents, go to the watercolor, and we're going to do soft, let's see, let's quote, illustrative storybook watercolor. And then we're going to go back and we're going to put that here. Okay. And now we're going to see what kind of difference that makes between just our plain prompt and, okay, so that didn't really work, but I can work on the envelope thing. I think if I could get this to do this, then I can figure out how to do that template thing, but I'll do that on my time and not yours. Okay, so this is cool, but let's just say we want to, let's do first off, let's do 4 of them. Let's do them at this aspect ratio and just get a look, because sometimes the first one that you generate is not necessarily the one you're going to end up using. So then we're going to tone it down. Oh, that's actually really cute. But we're going to keep on going, and I love cute, but I also like to go beyond. Now, these are actually very cute. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back in, regenerate, and we're going to go up to the playbook, and we are going to go, and where do I want to go? Go back to 6. Okay, let's try. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do something wild and add this in. Now, everybody asks me, why do you do this and you mix that and you do that? I don't know. I just do it because I like different. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you get a brilliant design and sometimes you get an okay, cute design. You know, I like to push it to fantastic designs. Okay. So this didn't make as much different as I thought. So I'm going to start illustrating basically. So let's find where it actually talks about our bunny. And we're going to put a cute bunny with floppy ears taking a bath. Okay. So we're going to do another one. We're going to leave the other settings the same. But we're going to try to give this little bunny a little bit softer personality. A little cuter. Okay, so floppy doesn't work a lot. I did discover that. So instead of floppy ears, what we're going to say, and this is a tip that, okay, with his ears pointing down. Taking a bath. Do you hear my dog groaning? Welcome to my world. Okay, so that did not work. Let's do this. I think we need to get our subject a little bit closer to the, let's see. So bubbles, taking a bath. Let's move this on up here. Because a lot of times, as I've mentioned in other previous ones, changing the location gives it more priority. And we're going to work from there. And we're going to take this all the way to some different looks for sure. Let me go ahead and grab the next little thing I want to do. Okay. So I've got that. That one needs to be removed. I'm just going to regenerate it. Okay, so I'm going to take this off because really that did not yield the result that I thought it would. Okay, so a cute little bunny. We don't have any birds. We just have see. I'll show you something else that we can do too. Let's go back. Let's see if we can find my little cowgirls. Let's show you what you can go back and do once you kind of get something that's working for you. There we go. Okay. So we can go into this and we can actually regenerate it. And we can say, instead of a smiling little girl dressed up, little bunny, like a cowgirl. That bunny's ears just do not want to go down. There's something I've got in it that is causing that. Okay, so let me go back through this. Okay, I think I need to take the storybook watercolor children's book illustrator. I need to take that out. Hand drawn, we can take that. Okay. So we've still got, let's see if we can do that. Look at our bunny. Now we have a cow bunny. So stinking cute. And again, you will see this. Okay, so now we've got the little bunny dressed up like a cowgirl. Let's say wearing a denim skirt and pink gingham bandana. Let's see. See if we can inject some color in there. Let me go over here too. Try this. Now that's cute, and I didn't really mention the hat, so that's actually a very cute little character. This one is bothering me in the tub though, so I tell you what, let's go back in here and go up to up here. So let's take this bunny and let's see what we can do with let's see what we can do with this whole smiling little bunny dressed up like instead of dressed up, we're going to put it in a sitting in a tub with a towel turban. So we're going to see what this does to this prompt. Maybe if you can't skin a bunny one way, you can skin it another way. I want to see what more of this one looks like. Let's do 4. I just can't still believe that we can get these results from the t-shirt version or designer. Oh, that is actually kind of cute. I like the coloring. It didn't get the turban right, so we'd have to work on that. We could add some bubbles. Turban bubbles overflowing. These are so cute. Look at the little denim bunnies. How cute are they? They're adorable. So I really like them. And basically, they were created from the cowgirl. And I think I actually like them maybe even better than the cowgirls. Now, see, now we're getting somewhere with our bunny with the bubbles. Now, see, I like this bunny with the bubbles better. So let's take this now and let's work on sitting in a clawfoot tub with a towel wrapped around its ears. And I think I'm going to do maybe spa theme and see how that changes it. I'm trying not to change any of the things that affect the colors because I like the colors. So let's see if we can take this now. And let's see, dress up like a cowboy and get a boy. And the cowboy's not going to wear a denim skirt. He's going to wear denim pants and I'm just going to put gingham bandana. Let's see. I've got so many. Oh, she's adorable. That is so stinking cute. Okay. So cute. So that did it. Let's put some giant bubbles. Let's see. Bubbles. Giant bubbles. I have so many Clipart packs that I need to get listed. And I've been so busy making videos and working on playbooks, and wow, I really need to get some of these really cute things. I worked on some invitations today, so I've also got like a backlog of invitations that need to be listed because they're so cute. Which I like this one too, with the ears popping out. So I wonder how these are gonna look different. Do 4 of these. Oh, cute. So cute. Yep, those bunnies are precious. I love them. Those would make a really cute little pack. And I'm anxious to see what the little. Oh, cute. So now those are real cute. The little spa bunnies. Now, the thing about it is it doesn't matter which generator you sort of refine your prompt in, you can always take it outside. Like we're working in t-shirt. Okay, that's fine. We're working in t-shirt. We have refined it for the t-shirt setting. But then what will happen if we take it now, since it kind of worked. These are all really cute. Yeah, all of those are cute. I would have to do more than just that pose, but I was just playing around with it. Okay, so now let's go into the artistic, or let's go into version 4, because I've started kind of using it a little again, and selecting the artistic, and let's just see what we come up with. Because now you can start trying on the designers to see like which direction you want to go for which pack. I would probably do a pack with these regardless, but I may be able to get a couple of different packs because the different designers give you different looks. So if you can do a little tweaking or take one from one designer, and let's just do this one. We did the other one, I think. And we'll go up here and style. Okay, so this is the artistic, and that's actually a really cute bunny too. let's go in, and I did realize that if you're going to do this and do the you regenerate, you have to come back over here and click artistic again. That's just the way it is. I don't know why that's the one thing setting that it doesn't keep. And so we'll see what other little renditions of that we can get. And then we're waiting on this one down here. Whoops, what did I do? I went to the wrong thing there. Okay, so it gave me this one. The texture look on this one is kind of cool. I would tweak it, to give it some more details and everything. See, I think this is just precious, and this was done with the t-shirt design one. So, that's not as, but let's also try it. Let's go here and go back up here, and let's try it in the regular artistic designer, the new one. And we'll do that. Okay. So these are some different ones from that same version 4. This one's going to be the version 5 artistic. And then, of course, we can take it over into the AI Art Illustrator and try it in this little watercolor style here, just to see what it does. And then we need to take our little bunny and see what they look like in the let's see here. Okay, we should have some popping up soon. Oh, now that's cute. This is with the regular artistic designer. Now, I do like that. I could work with that. This is with version 5 artistic designer. This one is with the watercolor portrait, and it is even cuter. Look at that. And then you have so that is the cool thing about using the playbook, and then, picking something and then kind of just refining that prompt until you're satisfied. Um, Once you do that, then you're where you can just play with it. Like, I love this one. This is from the watercolor portrait, and to me that one is like so far the winner of all of them. In fact, I'm going to generate 4 of them just to see what it gives us. But there's a place for all these types of art. I mean, what you would use this look. Oh, look at that bunny. That's the artistic designer. So that gives you a much more realistic looking bunny. But it's also super cute. So let's look what the tub bunnies are going to be. Now, this would be a part. I would do all kinds of little spa looking things, not just all of them in a bathtub. So maybe one out under a shower. There's just all kind of things, one just sitting amongst a whole bunch of bubbles. In fact, that would be really cute to do. While we're waiting on that one, let me take this and then make a couple of adjustments. Take the bunny out of the tub. Let's see, where is the bunny? Okay. Sitting among large bubbles. I don't know whether it'll read that or not. Oh, these are really super cute. I love the actual bunny in this. So what I'm thinking now is, can we pull that bunny out of the that whole situation, and just say sitting in a patch of flowers. And go from there. Let's see what our other, because the bunnies are really pretty. Very cute. Oh my gosh. That is precious. The bubbles are precious. I love that bunny. It's bad when you fall in love with all of your stuff. Let's go back to the, I don't know what I did. I took us out of there. So cute. So cute. So let's see if this patch of flowers, if we get the same little looking bunny in the patch of flowers by making that little, tweaking that little adjustment. Yeah, you do. And it's in denim. I mean, that little outfit's a little weird, but gosh, that would make such a cute little. Um, I think it would make a cute little addition to that. This, oh my goodness, the bubbles and that crazy looking towel, so cute. So as you see, once you kind of hit on the right prompt that has your style kind of all rolled into it, then you can take that and you can do so many images, with that prompt. Like I said, we found some really cute ones. I love, oh, these are so cute with the bubble bunnies. So you're probably going to see bubble bunnies too because they're so cute. And I love this one because his ears are folded down. And look at all the cute little bunnies here. So see this style, I could use it. I can do it in a birthday thing now. Let's try that with balloons. Sitting in a patch of flowers, holding a bouquet of balloons. But then, and these are neat. I mean, we actually refined these. I like these too. These from the t-shirt design. I love the pumpkins from the t-shirt design. I mean, I really love all of these junk journal ones. But then some of these that were kind of, I don't know, we started with the one thing and then we were able to expand on it. Look at that. Bunny bubbles. Oh, they're so cute. They really are cute. I'm going to be excited to flesh those out. And oh, the bunny with the balloons. These are really cute. And I love this bunny. So now I'm going to see if I can take this same bunny, smiling little bunny, wearing a diaper, sitting in a patch of flowers holding a balloon. So let's just see how far we can. Sorry about that. I got cut off. These are the little baby bunnies that came up after I clicked off. Sorry about that. I recorded a whole entire little segment, ending segment, and I did not apparently click record, but these are little baby bunnies. They're really cute. All of this is cute. I love the tags that we did. Um, I think this has been a very productive session. The fact that you can get these beautiful items for junk journals or, whatever. And then I'm real excited about the tags that I did that look real vintage. These right here. I can't wait to work with these with my invitations. So many neat things. And then developing that prompt using the playbooks and creating and getting this cute little bunny here so that I can utilize it in different areas. I love the bubbles, the bubble bunnies. I love the ones with the flowers and the ones sitting in the tubs. All of them, all of those are so cute. So I think we created a lot of really cool things and a lot of really cool ideas for you. And so I hope you've enjoyed the video and using the t-shirt, seeing that you can use the t-shirt feature for more than t-shirts. And so now maybe you can play and experiment with that. Be sure and let me know how that's going. Down in the description, I have links to all my playbooks. If you're in the EU, remember that you have to buy through Gumroad. And also, the Junk Journal is only available. The Junk Journal Edition playbook is only available on Gumroad. If you haven't purchased Artistly, my affiliate link is down in the description as well. And if you do have a code, I think they have a code at the top, or they did the last time I looked at it. So be sure and check the top of the page to see if there's a code that you can type in to get a discount. I don't know. They change. If you've seen one somewhere, you can try inputting that one in. They've been real good about honoring the affiliates and still letting you use the code. So I have my Facebook group and my weekly newsletter that are free to join. And so those links are there as well. And lots of other little links. But anyway, thank you again for watching. And until next time, happy creating.